We kind of had the same game plan, come in and attack, share the ball, same stuff we always do, but we had we focused more defensively this game, putting them more in crowds, making them take tougher shots, and that's really it.
You guys seem like a different, obviously it's easier to play at home than on the road, but you guys seem like a completely different team when you're playing here at the Coliseum. What is it about this place, other than it just being your home building, that you guys feel so comfortable out here? Either of you guys can answer this question.
I just feel like, we have just a lot of energy here just from, fans and, our students being here. Definitely feed off of their energy whenever we come here and play. So I think that's really the big difference, being here than being on the road.
And then my next question for you, is it good to have a performance like this after Notre Dame, where you guys just come out of the gates flying, you get a 20-point lead early, and I guess you guys are able to cruise to a victory in this one?
Yeah, it was much needed. We walked away from that Notre Dame game, I think, kind of feeling sorry for ourselves, and I think today we just wanted to focus on just having fun and just playing the game and just focusing on getting better every day. So I feel like today was a very much needed performance by us.
Now, Brent, just talk a little bit about your performance today. I believe a career high for points. Just talk about what was going right for you out there on the court.
My teammates were finding me in great spots. I was just catching and finishing. They have a lot of confidence in me, and I have to show them that I can do things when I do get the ball and when they find me in good spots like I did tonight.
And for both of you, kind of going on more on a personal level, each of you can take turns with this. Talk about just your development as a player during your time here, and especially for Kason, you're coming out of a breakout sophomore season. Just talk about your development here and how that's helped the team so far this year.
Well, my first year was more of a learning experience. I was coming off of, playing almost every minute in high school and being dependent to score on a lot to, coming in and, not even sure if I was going to get in almost every game. So I just had to learn how to be patient, just keep working hard. And, this summer I was just really trying to stay focused and just keep working hard every single day and just trusting God that He had a plan for me. And, He just really helped me get better, and I was able to, come in and, be a big contributor this year, which has been a true blessing.
We put in a lot of work during the off season, 1 through 15. We're always in the gym working, so it has to pay off sometime, and we stay together, and that's the main thing. We're a really close team, and we're always around each other, so we all have faith in each other, if that makes sense. So we see each other working, so we know what each other are capable of. So when we get out the court, we play really well together.
You've been with this program for 5 years. Talk about just your development from your freshman year coming in out of high school until now.
I think I made great strides, me personally, by myself, but I couldn't have done it alone if it wasn't for the coaching staff, the guys that are working us out, the guys that are willing to be up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning with us, rebounding for us, getting shots up and stuff like that.
We made it very, very difficult for their top 2 players, who are very efficient, very effective against us last game in Tennessee, and made them difficult. I was pleased with that. And then when we came into halftime, I don't remember the score. We were up 20, something like that. And we talked about last game in Tennessee. They put up 63 on us in a half. They're a very, very explosive offensive team. They can get downhill on you quick. I wanted us to consistently defend the ball and defend the ball with 5, and I put a goal of let's hold them under 35 in the second half, which is a pretty good goal for us because we play so fast. And so we said we're going to hold them under 59. The first group that came out after half did not do their part in that. We had some immature offensive plays. They led to some transition. We had some non-resistant baskets. They put up 16 points really quickly on us, and then we were able to rectify that, and we fixed that. We held them to 58. I was really pleased with that last group that played the last 7, 8, 9 minutes, and when a game is a little bit loose, for them to stay the course and defend. And then the final thing offensively, we talked about hunting the post. I looked at our Notre Dame game. I felt like we missed it in terms of not utilizing our posts as much as we should. We spent so much time making decisions on how to handle crowds the right way, sharing the ball, moving the ball, and it's not that we've ignored hunting the post, but we haven't done as good of a job as we should. We talked a lot about that this week, and clearly Brent was a recipient of that and played at a high level today.
I know you already just talked a little bit about what you guys were doing differently. I guess holding them to more than 40 less points than the first outing, that's major improvement. Just talk about, I guess, your reaction to doing that.
I got a smile on my face. I'm really happy. That was it was a great job with those guys, and it wasn't one guy. It was a group of guys, and it was for 40 minutes. And we actually down there did a pretty good job in the first half, but didn't do it. I mean, they put 63 points up on us in the second half down there. And so that's what it was about, playing two halves, and it was about putting two guys into crowds and making them inefficient. And 5 of 22 from the floor, 0 of 9 from three, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That's really efficient for two players of that caliber.
Talk about just Brent, and I know you mentioned it before in previous interviews, but his consistent improvement through his 5 years of the program and the culmination of the career high you had tonight.
I mean, the stats, his play, all that stuff is phenomenal. But what I'm most proud of is, like, there's not a player in our program, that's more all in, or at least not equal with Brent. I mean, he's all in. All he cares about doing is winning the game. He doesn't care about the stats, doesn't care about the minutes. All he cares about is winning the game, and it's because he's invested so much in his 5 years in our program. He's very, very, he's very good in the play. He can really score the basketball right now, and he's playing with a lot of confidence, and that's because he's poured in so much hard work this, over the last 5 years, particularly the last 2.
Even in the past year, Kason has poured in a lot of effort too. I know you mentioned that he hit double digits again tonight. Talk about just that, and even in the last month of him starting.
I mean, you typically get what you deserve out of life if you pour into it, if you invest in it. If you got a passion towards it, like it's going to work out for you. Not saying there aren't going to be some hiccups. Both Kason and Brent are the first to tell you, they had some hiccups. I mean, Kason didn't want a red shirt last year, wanted to battle through it, didn't get a lot of burn, and had unbelievable resolve, because he comes from just a great family background that just keeps telling him, hey, just keep pushing. His teammates support him. He just lives in the gym, and now he's playing at a high level. Brent is the exact same way, and has had total buy-in, particularly the last 2 years, and he's a guy. His teammates love him. He's a great teammate, and I'm just really happy for both those guys, and it's a great example for young people out there. And I'm not saying those guys didn't come here with some talent. I mean, they got some talent, but they've poured in work, and if you're getting any minutes for this team, I mean, you're a good player, because we got a lot of depth and really good players on this roster.
Kason was saying that following the Notre Dame game that the team was down after that performance. Is this the type of game that lifts the rest of the team back up, winning by 40 points and going forward, I guess, lift the spirits with this type of performance?
Not the 40 points, but I mean, I don't think we get obsessed with that. I think what we're about is just the consistency of a 40-minute effort was really good. And really, I think the first half was the best I've seen this group play in terms of managing crowds on the offensive side. When we got into crowds, we made the right decision, literally. I mean, all but one time. We had a transition 3, which I would have rather us drive and kick or get to the free throw line. But other than that, I think we were 22 of 23 paint touch shots, and all really, really good decisions when we got to the paint. Sometimes we'll have, a high percentage of paint touch shots, but we'll have some shots in crowds. They're difficult shots. Probably should have been a kick. And we just made great decisions tonight. It was a team effort. I was really, really pleased. And we played guys early. I was going to play guys early either way. I've been playing some guys too much. It's hard because you got some guys that are really good. It's hard to take them out of the game, but I need to make them more efficient and better. And, another advantage of the Notre Dame game, some guys who came off the bench really showed themselves well and are building some confidence in their, in all of us.
So with finals week next week, you guys don't have a game for another 8 days. What do you focus on during that time?
Doing well on exams. What they're here to do is study. They're going to focus in on exams. Our staff will we'll dig in a little bit on recruiting. We'll kind of gather ourselves, kind of where we are, what needs to be cleaned up. We'll have a day or two to clean some stuff up before we go into Stetson and Detroit. Two teams that have been playing pretty well recently, and we got to be road tough. I mean, that's tough trips, tough to win games on the road, and I'm looking forward to it though, because that's something this program has done well in the past. You got a new roster this year. Let's see if we can step up and be road tough again this season.